the same way. Treat them all the same way. Treat them all the same way. That's just how the game plays. Yeah. Treat them all the same way. Treat them all the same way. Treat them all the same way. No favors. That's just how the game plays. Yeah. Dime a dozen, going, coming, flossing, stunting. Them hoes love it, want more of it. From the oven, dress, my sweatpants, they the same brand as my luggage. High and chillin', jet living, sex fiffin', shopping, sipping, kinda tipsy. Bumped into something bad, walking past Tiffany and Co. By tonight I have her doing as I say though. 4 switches, gold Dayton's on my stage coach. Pretty things, classy hoes get slayed on the same. Got game from my big bro. Spitter in your house, what's the zip code? I heard they got some freaky little women next door.
What's good, YouTube? This is Jay. Today I want to showcase my sneaker collection. And basically I've been wanting to do this for a long time, but today I feel like it's the right day to do it. It's the right time of the year to do it. And yeah, let's get it started. Give me 2 purse, I need 2 purse. Shout out to Nelly one time. This is all white, 1982 Air Force Ones. Dead stock, as you can see, soles are yellow. So I've had these on ice, and this is the shoe that started off for my collection. I'm really proud to say I own this because without this, none of this would happen. None of my passion for sneakers wouldn't happen. This shoe, as French Montana says, Schoolboy white on white edition, is one of my favorites because this thing literally changed my life, as in my viewpoint on sneakers. Because back in high school days, or middle school days I should say, I used to draw. I used to do graffiti, I used to do artwork, drawing cars, doing my side hustle, you know. So basically what I started doing was doing custom work, and through working and coaching in YMCA, I started doing custom work to my friends, and basically just went from there. So I just started getting into the custom game. As you can see, I have multiple pairs of Air Force Ones. In this video, I'm gonna show you multiple pairs of low tops and high tops. First of all, it's easy to customize. It was cheap to buy at the time. And yeah, basically, I would always look out for my friends if they had like a custom idea or like a custom shoe, or if a color didn't work out, or if they didn't find a color, I would like put Air Force Ones and make customs of it. As you can see, this is a 2002 white on white Air Force One that I did a custom. It's a custom elephant print, and the thing about this was, it just hit me that it's not always about selling your custom work. Sometimes I wondered, I'm like, why should I sell it? So I'm gonna show you some of my artwork pieces I did on Air Force Ones and like other shoes that I did while I was a coach in YMCA, and I was like playing basketball, so like a lot of ideas running through my mind. These are my 06 high top Air Force Ones, which also I nicknamed them Splatter white on white Air Force Ones, which I did a mix of colors of yellow, green, red, blue. It was one of my simplest projects, but it was something that I got an inspiration from an artist, which it really opened my mind into customizing my sneakers. Basically, customizing this Air Force One was the easiest thing that I've ever done, and it was the fastest thing that I've ever done, and it was the most recognizable. Every time I wore it on the street or like at a meet, at a photo shoot, and it was one of my shoes before which I really wore a lot. So these were partially my beaters, and I decided to customize them and like make it more recognizable. It wasn't gonna be like an all white Air Force One. Like, I'd rather have it like paint splattered Air Force One, so you can get a taste of every color and like every flavor, you know. So yeah. So these are some really beat Chuck Taylors, blue on blue. So these are my Chucks back in, well, around like 9th grade, 10th grade, I'm not sure, but these are my everyday shoes, which at the end of the day I decided, I'm like, why not? Let's do a custom work on it. So while I was doing a lot of graffiti on paper, I decided to graffiti my Chucks, which these are already ripped, so like there was no point of wearing it. So I'm like, I'm gonna practice my art on my shoes before I give it to my customers. So yeah, I basically wrote my name, and obviously West Coast, West Side, that's where we're from. And yeah, basically I didn't put like much art onto it. I just wanted to see how it felt like if I put a Sharpie onto a canvas material. So after moving from Chucks, customizing Chucks or skate highs or whatever with the canvas material that was easy to customize with like Sharpies or like any painting material, painting like paint, because there was no Angelus direct paint at the time. We had to like use regular acrylic paints. We didn't know how the paint was gonna stick. So I had these laying around. I don't know if you want to call it a basketball shoe or a casual shoe. So what did I do? It's a Nike, obviously. So what are you gonna customize on a black shoe? Not the outsoles, because the outsoles are gonna crack. What do people usually do? They customize the swoosh, the Nike swoosh. So what I decided to do on this pair was to just like take a Sharpie and just go through it, you know, write more stuff on it. And on this, I wrote the most stupidest stuff, but this side says Supreme. This side says, this one says my name on it. And then this one, honestly, I can't read. I usually, for like these beater pairs, I just try to like write like letters that like look cool next to each other. So it's like letters that look crazy and like it has random, I don't know how to explain it. It's just, I just want to like learn how to tag well on a regular swoosh, on a regular Nike shoe. Everyone has a pair of superstars laying around, right, at the time, but for me, a regular superstar, in my eyes, looked like a canvas, an art piece. So what did I decide to do? I decided to just do graffiti all over it. So on this one, I didn't use a Sharpie, I didn't use the acrylic paint, I actually used the regular paint, which my dad provided me with. And this regular paint was a metallic green, which also, like the writing I wrote on my right side, says Los Angeles on it. That's where I'm from LA. And on this side it has my name on it, Andre, or you can call me Dre as I'm calling it. On my left side it says Supreme, which you can see I love Supreme everything. On this it says 301. 301 inspired me from Logic, which shout out to Logic. I used to listen to them, I don't fuck with them right now. On this side, again, I was just like making random fonts. I put an alien on it. I used to tag my name or anyone else's name, and then my character was an alien, like spray painting. And obviously, at the end, in the back of the shoe, I just put drips, like a graffiti artist would do. You just like customize it, and then obviously I would always put my name and initials in the back of a shoe. And yeah, these are my black on black superstars. They're my only superstars that I still have. The other ones I just don't care about. These are my favorite ones. And thinking about this black one, the green metallic just stood out. I didn't need to customize the stripes. I just did the inside of the body of the shoe, you know? And these are, I'd say like 9 out of 10. I like barely wear these. I just customize it for fun. So yeah. So this is a pair. Funny story on this one. My dad gave me these shoes he wanted to throw these away. I'm like, where are you gonna throw these away? This is like an easy extra canvas material for me to like work on. Obviously it's leather. This is another Chuck shoe, as they say, but obviously they call it Converse. It says All-Star on it. So yeah, basically, as you can see, it still has the pencil outline on it. I would like try my best to see like what design I want to like incorporate it on my shoe, what colors to work with, like on a white canvas or like a black canvas. And this is what happened. So this is inspired by Killa Cameron, like the pink, and as you can see on my deck, which I have the Pink Panther on it, and I wrote, this is my name, I graffitied my name on it, and obviously I love real men wear pink, I love pink. So I put Pink Panther on it. Obviously he's smoking and he's having his time inside. And this is one of my pieces that I customized myself. I'm telling you, I used to customize everything from boards to like anything you can imagine. Slides, shoes. I used to draw so much. That's my passion and that's eventually gonna be my career, hopefully if everything goes well. I want to be a car designer. Yeah, a car designer. Yeah, you thought I was gonna be a sneaker designer? Well, I might go into fashion, but I'm not sure. This is one of my hobbies. It's not my regular thing. It's one of my hustles, one of my hobbies, you know? So, I'm gonna be a car designer. And my ultimate goal is to work for BMW, which later on you'll see in my other vids. I'm gonna do more car videos. And yeah, basically this one says my dad's name on it, which that's the funny part. Like, why would I tag my dad's name on it? Well, since he gave me these shoes for free and I'm like, I have no use for it, who's gonna buy freaking Converse shoes? These are like what? From 2003. He's gonna buy these old shoes. Yeah, it has gum bottoms, as you all skaters really like, or basketball players really like. But yeah, I tagged my dad's name on it. I just wanted him to be incorporated in the shoe, you know? I really love pink, as you can see, like Killa Cam type of stuff. I put some X's and some drifts. I did the tongue on this one, but I just didn't finish the shoe because I just didn't feel like it. And this shoe is special because this is the first time I used Angelus paint. And I got to learn how to obviously prepare the paint it with primer, put white on it, and then obviously paint whatever color you want on it so it goes smoothly on the shoe. And yeah, as you can see, like I have like hits of pink over here, like over here. It's like dark burgundy, mix of gray. It's just overall a clean pair of shoe, but it's not a shoe to wear, you know? It's a size 11 my size, but I'm never gonna rock these shoes. This is just a memory, just to see where I'm gonna come and like achieve my goals, or like see how I did like back in the day, you know? So these are 3 Nike SBs and a blazer, 2 Nike SBs and a blazer. 3 of them are high tops. The deal about these shoes is the second thing that made me love sneakers even more, made me realize what having the right shoe on your feet what really means, you know? It's not gonna like hurt your feet. Like, you need something that supports your ankle and, you know, basically doesn't give you trouble. So while I was coaching in YMCA around like 8th, 9th grade, I realized like, oh my god, like transportation is a big problem. So what did I do? Well, I used to like scooter at the time, but scooter isn't a thing, you know? Like, I want scooters. So picked up a board, learned how to skate. What happened later on, I realized I loved skating. So my passion for skating went to another level. And basically, yeah, my favorite shoe of all time to skate in are these Nike Blazer high tops. They're really comfortable, they support your ankle. And this is a time where like the Janoskis weren't even like that big of a deal at the time. Well, they were obviously, like the Nike SB like Dunk Lows or like Dunk Highs over here, as you can see. But for me, these Blazers were very comfortable. Like these Dunk Highs, as you can see, they weren't the real deal for me. So yeah. Later on, these blazers, I just tossed them away, and I realized that, oh my god, like these Stefan Janoskis, like they're hella comfortable. So I just switched from blazers to a regular black Janoski. I remember, and I trashed those, and I literally like threw them away. It was to a point where I had to like re-glue everything and then put shoe glue on it. Like there was literally no point of keeping the shoe. At the time, I didn't hoard shoes like this. There was no sneaker collection. It was just me trying to figure out what shoe was right for my feet, you know? What was the most comfortable shoe ever. And obviously, as a side hustle, I would like customize shoes. Buy Nike Air Force Ones, multiples, triples, quadruple pairs, and then customize it all at once and then sell it. See what people liked, you know? I just tried out different things. I was at a point of my life at the time where art was a major deal for me, so I tried everything to like improve, and basically realizing where transportation was a problem at the time, I learned how to skate, so I got more into like skating. So like basketball shoes weren't a thing for me. I just had like one shoe to wear, which I'm gonna show you in a couple, which were the Hyper Dunks, which for me and Hyper Dunk at the time was a big deal. Hyper Dunks were like evolving a lot. Like Kobe and LeBron had their shoe, but Hyper Dunk was just something else. So the shoe that I hooped in most was these Hyper Dunks, which came out like 2012. These all black Hyper Dunks were just like a shoe that was simple colorway, black on metallic gray, with carbon fiber on the bottom. This thing literally changed the way that I looked at a basketball sneaker. I'm telling you, it wasn't all about like Kobe, LeBron, you know, MJ. It wasn't about like my jersey collection at the time. It was just me focusing on, while I'm coaching, I want to have a comfortable shoe that I can hoop in, you know? And these, I beat the hell out of these. And I'm proud, you know? These things never like hurt my ankle or like hurt my legs. It's just a really comfortable shoe. And then we move on to these Reebok Kamikazes. So this was a shoe that literally, like, while I saw at the mall, I especially saw these in Chic because Chic carried more Reebok than other stores. At the time, the Oreo Reeboks came out, which was a crazy colorway, and it sold out instantly. So I had no chance of getting it. It was a white, black, and green pair of shoes. That color literally blew me away. But a month later, the snakeskins came out. So these snakeskins change colors like a hologram. So like purple, green, like bluish. These are really sick. As you can see, like I have it like down there, like the rest of the picture. I'm trying to like review and like talk at the same time. So yeah, this was a shoe that I realized I can wear casually and hoop in sometimes, but this literally like hurt my feet whenever I tried like dropping and doing like a layup. So yeah, Hyper Dunks at the time was a big deal and it was really comfortable. So yeah, I think that people always wore in the gym, or like, and YMCA that I coached at, were these so-called Roshi runs. So these came out right around like after the Hyper Dunks that I showed you guys. These Roshi runs were a thing at the time. Oh my god. The most comfortable shoe, the most hyped up shoe. The black one sold out, that's the funny part. And it was a shoe that the funny thing was you can just easily clean this. You can just throw it in the washing machine, clean the outsole easily. It was an overall regular clean pair of sneaker. For me and like my other friends, this was a good way of like making your feet get comfortable after wearing, like, let's say a hoop shoe, which in my case were the Kamikazes or the Hyper Dunks. I also had a neon green Hyper Dunk, which I just like gave away to my cousin. It was like stupid crazy and it was like really bright. I didn't like it. The black one was good. It matched with all my outfits, but like wearing a neon green Hyper Dunk was just stupid. Now with the Hyper Dunks, these Roshirans died so quickly with everyone that you wouldn't even believe it. Right now, it's all about ultra boosts, NMDs, all that boost material. Like, forget Nike in everyone's eyes, which it's really funny right now in 2017. It's all about that. But at the time, when I was like middle school, high school, were these Roshi runs, which these are really beat. It's sad I'm touching it, but that's a review day, so I'm gonna have to review this shoe. Talking about comfort, as you saw in Roshi runs, these are the Air Max 90 infrareds. This is a shoe that I fell in love with right after the Roshi runs, which at the time, Air Max 90s, 95s, as the game rapped about, try me for my Air Max 95s, was the best line ever. It's the most comfortable shoe in my opinion, still up to this date, because I don't own any Adidas Boosts. I just hate it. Price point is stupid. It doesn't make sense for me to go and pay 150 to 200 bucks for a boosted material. This is a really clean silhouette, a classic shoe, and it has history to it, which all the Nike pairs do. And it's the classic infrared colorway, which was the first colorway that came out back in the day. Overall, the premium material, the best thing about this shoe is it's really easy to clean, easy to restore the bottoms, which shout out to Angelus Paints. Can easily match the paint and restore these shoes. And yeah, this was a shoe that later on became my work shoe, which we're gonna get into about my life. So these are some Chicago ones, which we're not going in any order right now. So I was talking about comfort earlier on, and this was just something that I always wanted to get when I was coaching in YMCA. So while you're coaching in YMCA, you get to learn about basketball and like all these stuff like Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, like all those top 3 players at the time, which they still are, obviously. This shoe literally made me realize that I need to work hard. And getting something that you really want, you have to work hard. You can't just do some cheap side hustle to gain what you want. This shoe literally made me realize that I need to find a job. And coaching and like doing community service isn't gonna get you anything. So my first job was in the mall, which was in a clothing store, which I just really didn't like. But the thing about that was I was turning almost 16 and that was my only choice. I had to start from somewhere. Everyone starts from somewhere in their life. You don't get to choose whatever you want to do from the start. It's really rare. Started working at this clothing store. I really didn't like it, but gaining my experience and gaining enough dough to buy whatever I wanted, that was my ultimate goal. And just this shoe was a big deal for me at the time. So from now on in the collection video, we're not gonna go in a particular order and like the date where I got it from or when I got it from, because I've done a lot of buying and selling and trading throughout all these years, from clothing to like sneakers. So it's gonna like basically incorporate my story and like how I got my sneakers from that point on, which it started from the Chicago ones. So basically, we're just gonna go like this, like a snake in the order, and we're gonna go to the top. And yeah, so my goal was, since I worked in like, not my work, my coaching, which was in YMCA, I got to see a lot of like dope basketball shoes. And like the aerodynamics of the shoe, like carbon fiber, like what the premium materials were, like why the price point is so high. So I worked really hard for another 1.5, 2 years. And throughout those 1 or 2 years until I turned 18, I really got into sneakers, which obviously, don't forget, I used to transport with buses and skateboards. This shoe was a shoe that, again, we're not going in any specific order, These are the cool gray 11s. This is a shoe that once I got these, I realized, shoe that started all was the Space Jams, which Space Jam movie was a killer movie. Showcased Michael Jordan, like the those characters, like Bugs Bunny, Donald Duck, like all those people. And then basically what I realized is like, I love sneakers so much. I want to work at a sneaker store. Why not? And gaining my knowledge like throughout those 1 or 2 years of me working at a clothing store was a lot. So I learned about like all these shoes and like throughout coaching in YMCA. Like for me, Kobe Bryant and LeBron James wasn't a big deal for me. It was all about the guy that started it all. And a shoe that was not really hyped on at the time, like a couple of years ago, but I just really liked it, you know? So I got hired at Chic Shoes, shout out to Chic, shout out to Sanjay, shout out to Dimitri, shout out to my managers. Chillest place to work at. I'm 19 right now, so I'm almost 20 in like a couple of months. So like about 2 years ago, I started working at Chic. It was the best thing ever that happened to me. Tiffany boys? Diamond Supply. Nick Diamond? What? David got kicks? What? Sticker in the Bay? What? Oh my god. Puma boys? Meek Mill? What? So yeah, these are the Pumas I just got like a couple of weeks ago. Well, on around like Thanksgiving Day. Shout out to Nick Diamond one more time for doing big things in the community, doing big things in LA. So, tell you guys a quick story on how I got these. Got these for free actually. I didn't have to pay anything for it, which I'm blessed. I just had to call the creator of the shoe, which is Nick Diamond. Care of the brand, Nick Diamond. So, quickly, around like 11 p.m. he posts on IG. He says, "Meet me up at the skate park. Bring a skateboard with you. Bring a skateboard with you." Hashtags Happy Holidays. In my mind, I'm like, don't tell me this guy's gonna do another giveaway just like he did when he did a grand opening of his skate park in LA, in Echo Park. So I hit up my friend. We go rush there right on time, and in 3 hours. So at 11, he posts an IG post saying at 2 p.m., 2:30 p.m. meet me over there. So we go there, boom. Brings in 8 pairs of shoes, 8 pairs of boxes. But I had a feeling it was gonna be the Pumas because on Snapchat I saw it was at a Puma interview. It was basically saying how we collaborated with Puma. So we go there. Obviously, what do I wear? I'm like, should I wear the lows? No, I don't want to wear my Donkai lows because they were dead stuck and signed. I didn't want to wear them. So I wore my Donkais. Yes, I skated those. And that was the best thing ever. So first thing it did to me was hand me a size 11 pair. I was so hyped. I was so excited. And yeah, basically it was stoked that I was the only person repping Tiffany gang. I was the only one wearing his own shoe. And I was wearing his top shoe that sold out everywhere. It was his hype on shoe. And yeah, basically gifted him to me, and plus like a lot of clothing. But in 2016, this was the best thing that ever happened to me, which was the Pumas. So from this point on to up there, it's just some of my Jordans and some of my Nike SBs and like some of my designer shoes and my prized position that I just want to like quickly talk about. And this video isn't like a full collection of my sneakers yet. This is just in my opinion, it's a little teaser. It's gonna be a long teaser, but I have a lot of OG Jordans, and these are the just main colorways and my favorites that I just want to showcase right now. OG colorways, and obviously I love breads, the Diplomats, Khaled, like these are my top favorites. I'm just gonna show you guys in this video. And later on, I'm hopefully by the end of this year, maybe next year, I'll show you guys all my shoes, hopefully. One video, one big long video. It's gonna be over quickly run down shoes from now on, like names, like what it means to me from this point on, since these are my top favorites that I own. And the rest of my big collection is in the vault. It's in my storage. It's collecting dust. But give me a couple of years, then it'll be worth it, because I have doubles and triples of each shoe from this point on, since it's my favorite and it's the most hyped on. So yeah, we got the cool grays, we got the aqua 8s, we got my favorite colorway. These are the Beijing Olympic 6s, which is underestimated, and well, it's rare. It's hard to find at a good price point and at a good condition, since these are premium quality. It has patent leather uppers, it has lots of good detail, the color is amazing on these, and these stood out more than the Ifreds or the varsity reds, which all the OG heads love. And then we move on to the 5s. As you can see, the 11s, the 8s, we're missing the 10s, the 9s, the 7s. Well, they're in the storage. I just didn't feel like showing it, getting it. I mean, my storage is 4. Just didn't need to be in the video because I just don't like 10s, 9s in general, you know? And then my 7s were just Raptor 7s. And then yeah, we move on to the Khaled 5s. We got from the 5s, you want to the 4s, military 4s. Then one to the bread colorway, and these are the bread 4s. So these bread 4s were a big deal for me while working at Sheik, because first time I saw the 4s or the 3s, the 1s, oh my god, they were amazing, quality wise and look wise, and they just were very comfortable. So yeah, I just have a beater pair like down here. I just want to show you guys real quick. Are my like everyday work shoes, were my work shoes. I mean, right now I just like collecting dust. It's just like one example of my doubles, triples that I got of the same pair, because I really love the colorway. And yes, it's missing the back wood tabs. It broke off. That's the thing about these. I'm not gonna say it's cheap quality, but it's just the uppers crack, get ripped easily, and yeah, break easily. And yes, you guys are gonna see a lot of OG pairs. I'm talking about Nike Air on the back. Yeah, these have the Jordans on the back. Again, I don't have to show you guys the Nike Airs yet. It's gonna be in a good long video, which you guys are gonna be surprised and like how good the quality is like from back in the day. And we move on to the Diplomats, which the 3s, and these are my top 2 favorite colorways. I had the DTRTs, the Do the Right Thing 3s, the Cool Grey 3s, Sport Blue 3s, which were terrible quality. I sold those right away. I got rid of them very fast. I had the DB3s, which I really regret selling. That was one of the shoes which I still regret, but my favorite top shoes right here. I don't need to have a BB Jordan. So yeah, with the black cement 3s, white cement 3s, we move on to, we're gonna go this way. We're gonna go, got the bread 11s. I got a dead stock pair right now. I'm not gonna pull a fat Joe and leak the bottom, but yeah, it's a dead stock pair. I rarely wear these because, again, it's just I don't find the time to wear these that often. I love the 1s and the 3s and the 4s a lot, like Jordan was. And then up there we have some Nike SBs, which correlates to over here. So these Nike SBs, these are my top 3 favorite colorways. We got a fun one. These are the Pac-Mans. These are the Pac-Mans. I love these. They're reflective and this is the Pac-Man colorway. It's just a dope concept. This is like one of the shoes that I really love. Like the colorway as in like one of the older SBs, which has a Nike zoom inside. And yeah, I wore this a couple of times. And then we got the Tiffany Dunks up there, which yes, I have the lows. It's still in the storage. I'll show you guys, promise you, I'll show you guys in another video. Those are the lows, and yes, I have a signed box for that. Shout out to Nikki Diamond. And shout out to Nikki Diamond, Tiffany boys, David got kicks, Tiffany gang. Love the Tiffany colorway. It's one of the shoes that broke the sneaker game. Nike SB, the Dunkos broke the sneaker game. But I just love the Dunk highs. I don't mess with the Dunkos anymore. Yeah, back in the day when I used to skate, I still do skate. But right now, Dunk highs for me work the best. Dunkos, I just don't find that comfortable. Whatever that I have in the storage, just like keep them there. Yeah, it's collecting dust, but didn't feel like needing show it in my collection video. Up there we got the Gucci resin dunks, and those are just something else. The quality on those is just premium. It's a premium quality. Shout out to Nike SB for making such a good quality and like such a good colorway. You know, we got some like designer colorways up there. And then we move on to something that I really want to talk about and touch like some bases on, which are these Bapesters. These Bapesters, there's something that once a regular person looks at, thinks it's a freaking Air Force One. So yeah, these Bapesters, Air Force Ones, Nelly, what? Give me 2 pairs, what? Give me 3 pairs? So, our boy Nigo, which right now doesn't own Bape anymore, Bathing Gate, he really loved the silhouette of the Air Force One, but there was just something wrong with the shoe, in his opinion, which he just wanted to change it up. He just wanted to make something that everyone could wear and call it a Bape or Bape stuff, which later on he made copies of like Chuck Taylors, like other types of like running shoes, basketball shoes, high top Air Force One lookalikes, which again still up to this day, whenever I wear my Bapesters, it's just everyone thinks it's a freaking Air Force One, which it's worth two times to like 3 times more than an Air Force One. Just has a star and it has Bape on it. But again, my opinion, it was a dope concept. I just had 1 pair left. I had 2-3 other pairs. I just sold them. But this was my favorite colorway. And yeah. Hype alert, hype beast. Nah, just kidding. This is a 2016 release. I just got these. Thought I got them like a couple of years ago. Nah, I got the $50. That's the sad part. Well, these are the DG Flower Camo Stephen Janoski's. This is the most hyped on Janoski release ever. This is a game changer in the Nike SB community. Yeah, the Tiffany's were a game changer, but this thing, oh my god. Stefan Janos, shout out to you. This colorway was crazy when it came out a couple of years ago. And the thing is, I'm not paying $4 or $5 for this. It's just not worth it. It's still a $7-$80 shoe in my eyes, which I got it last year, 2016. Shout out to Alex, sneakerhead in the Bay, for the alley-oop on these. He linked the Nike.com discount, and I got these for less than $60 shipped right through my door. And it's a shoe that I just didn't get it like a couple of years ago because first of all it sold out, and second, it's a colorway that is just really hard to get. And shout out to Nike, they restocked it, and boom, I copped it. I went sneaker in the Bay, gave me the alley-oop. So yeah guys, always check these sneaker YouTubers, reviewers, Twitter tweets, get the notifications up. Get my notification up. So yeah. So over here, after the Pumas, we go to my prized positions. Not necessarily, but my top favorites, you know. Which, we'll just start from here. We work our way down in the middle. The heat section, as everyone says. We got some Saint Laurents. We got my Balenciagas, Balenciaga boys, Balenciaga bastards, as Tory Lane says. Got some Android Homes. Got your Rap Simmons, as A$AP Rocky was rapping. Basically, the designer show for me was a step up, a level up from just basketball shoes. You wear basketball shoes to a point where it's like, are you really playing basketball while you're walking? It just didn't make sense for me to wear basketballs at certain occasions, so getting these designer shoes was a challenge. Obviously my top favorites were the Balenciagas, but my favorite one is the Rajay Brasse 2012 bright red Balenciaga, which all the rappers wore, from Kanye, you name it. And getting the shoe, price point over $5, that was something crazy. That was something that I had to really work on. Really work my game up on, you know? And shout out to Sheik for giving me an opportunity one more time. While collecting like my Jordans, my OG pairs back in my storage, I just had to really work hard and save up. So that's to a point where you just stop buying random colored shoes, random colored non-OG pair of shoes, and invest in something with higher quality. Obviously you can stunt 10 times more with a design than a Jordan, and it goes perfect with everything. So moving on from the designer, there's not much to talk about those. The thing that you guys are probably here about to see one more time probably after my review of my Easy 2s, Platinum 2s, or the Easy Platinum 2s. So it's not easy season, but so I'm gonna touch up a little story and background on how I got these bad boys. Shout out to the plug. So these Easy 2s, well, these Chicago ones were a dream at one point, but after you get into the sneaker game, you start working, you work at a shoe store, then you realize there's the top two sneakers. There's the Yeezys, there's something which I don't know yet, and it's the Back to the Futures. I'm really glad that I made these happen last year, by the end of the year of 2016. Shout out to Kai, big ups to Kai for hooking me up with a crazy deal on these, and I'm really proud to own a Yeezy, something that Kanye West himself moved on from Nike and went to Adidas. And as you can see, I don't have any Yeezy Boosts, which I really hate. And every time I look down on everyone's feet, I see Adidas, I'm like, damn bro, like, why are you guys like copying each other? Get some OG stuff. That's the thing about collecting for me. I really love collecting some OG things, from jerseys to like my favorite top Jordans, some OG Maxes, you know. It's not all about like the newest hype, you know. You gotta have the OG stuff. That's how you show. That's when it shows that you're a true collector. You've been in the sneaker game for long. I've been doing this for years. And yeah, I worked a full year. I set my goal in 2015 by the end of the year to own a pair of platinum tools by the end of 2016, and I made it happen. So after hard work and calling the plug, searching for the plug, the right plug, I made it happen, and I'm glad I made it happen. Who can't say they got a DS Easy platinum tools with the really nice acrylic blocks just hanging in their room in a display case, showcasing what you really work hard for. And this is, for some people, this is their goal, and to like sneaker game, to like move up from all of these into like their ultimate dream goal sneaker. But for me, this was just something else from the start. As soon as I heard that they were dropping these, which you can't, these weren't even hyped on. They're very easy to get. But it's just something about that reflective material, that glow in the dark, that premium snakeskin crocodile or whatever, that Kanye West designed with Nike. But sadly, he moved out of Nike. So this concludes my video. Once again, this is your boy Dre. Call me Andre, Dre Day, Dr. Dre, as everyone says. This is a video that I really wanted to do once again, but I just didn't have enough passion and enough motivation, and obviously I didn't have that set collection to show you guys. But with hard work and dedication, you'll get anything that you want. Don't let anyone tell you that it's not possible to own Yeezys, Yeezy 2s, anything, even Red Octobers. Everything is possible, but it just takes time. Nothing comes easy, nothing comes overnight, nothing comes in one day. So to all you new sneakerheads, people that are getting in the game, just work hard, have side hustles, do something that you really love. And this is just one of my hobbies, but my main hobby is art. And for me, sneakers are an art. It's an art form, it's an art piece that like people collect and people love. Work hard and play hard. I'm gonna sign out. Peace out from my boy Bart Simpson out there, repping that Tokyo X Nike snapback. And I just want to end this video with a banger, which were Yeezy Platinum 2s. Have a blessed day, have a blessed year. Start the year fresh, work hard. Don't let anyone tell you that nothing is possible. Everything is possible. Peace out.
I pulled up, then skirt off. Vodka shots, he smeared off. 40 ounce of that Cristal. Rose, that Rick Ross. Got it jumping like crisscross. Mitch matching, no jigsaw. No horseplay when we quick draw. Pussy nigga, get a tit job. Hands up, stick your mans up. Your time's up, the new brand's up. Cute.